Hello everyone, my name is Ziyang Gao. I'm a technical solutions engineer based in Austin, Texas.
Hi, my name is Shreya. I'm a cloud technical resident at Google Cloud based out of Austin, Texas.
My name is Namrata. I joined Google as a cloud technical resident.
Hi, my name is Diana Bricknell, and I am a senior program manager at Google Enterprise Network in the deployment team, and I am based out of Sunnyvale, California.
Hi, I'm Xiomara Alejandro. I'm a UX manager on Nest Displays, and I'm out of Austin, Texas.
Hi, my name is Kara Tonies, and I'm a data center operations facilities manager with Google, and I am located at the Lenoir, North Carolina data center.
Hi, my name is Monica Greenhill, and I'm a data center facilities manager based out of the Northern Virginia area.
I'm a UX manager at Nest, and our team is responsible for the intersection of hardware and software. I work with other teams across other product areas and basically bring all of these things together in one system.
I'm a program manager that leads a team to deliver secure, scalable, reliable network services for Googlers across our real estate footprint. We have some of the largest campuses in Northern California as well as labs, and our job is to ensure that that network is what it should be day one of business so that Googlers can do what they do best, create wonderful products and services for our customers around the world.
I'm a data center facilities operations manager, and we're responsible for managing the teams that keep the internet running. As managers, we also have oversight over the maintenance activities that occur on that critical equipment, such as switchgear, generators, HVAC systems, water chemistry programs, all of the above. We also manage the non-critical infrastructure activities such as building and grounds.
So working in a Google data center, it's very similar to a manufacturing or operational environment where there is 24/7 operations. We are completing maintenance on anything from our electrical, mechanical, or control systems. We're working with internal and external partners to deliver projects. It's just a little bit of everything when it comes to what it's like to work in a data center.
So the Cloud Technical Residency is a one-of-a-kind rotational program that spans 1 year. It allows new grads, such as myself, the opportunity to try out different roles in multiple facets of the customer lifecycle in sales, services, and support. And the best part about this is that it's cohort-based, meaning that you not only get to do exciting transformational work, but you also get to make friends for a lifetime.
So for example, you could be a customer advisor and be advising them on steps they need to take to further their success on Google Cloud overall and help with the program management side. You could also be a solutions engineer and troubleshoot some of those common issues that keep coming up with customers and helping them get unblocked and move forward with their projects. You can also be a technical consultant and build technical assets. So these are demos, snippets of code to really help the customer figure out how they can progress with their day-to-day projects.
And also at the same time, you'll be able to get direct mentorship from experienced Googlers across Google Cloud. And I got around 5 mentors throughout the whole year. That is very precious and comparable compared to other roles. Given that this is like entry level, you get this direct mentorship at a very earlier career stage, which is expanding your view and give you a really different experience. I studied computer science at Carleton College, and I joined Google from October 2019 as a cloud technical resident. And before that, I've interned as a software engineer at multiple companies in New York. I attended Grace Hopper Conference in 2018 in Houston as a student. And I uploaded my resume to the Grace Hopper database, and my CTR recruiter, Susie, reached out to me regarding an interview process. And after that, I interviewed for 5 times with Google before I landed my job as a CTR.
So my path to Google was a little bit serendipitous. I didn't think I would ever work at Google, to be honest, but I always had it in my mind as an aspiration. I had a job working as the head of UX in a bank in Texas. When I was at that bank, my manager asked me, like, how long are you going to be here? Because they really invested in people to stay a really long time at the bank. And I said, well, you know, I'll be here until Google calls me. When I said that, it was very much just a joke, and I didn't ever think that Google would call me. But honestly, I came to Google because I had the manager who hired me sent me a LinkedIn email, and from there, like, I interviewed. I did everything thinking that I wouldn't get the job, just sort of, you know, being me, doing the things I needed to do to interview and get the job, and I was selected for the position.
I studied chemical engineering and received my MBA in my previous role, so not a direct pathway to a facilities manager at Google at all. I spent 13 years within the industrial gases and chemical industry, doing anything from plant engineering to sales to operations management. And one day I received a message on LinkedIn from a person who I crossed paths with because of an adult ice hockey league in Charlotte, North Carolina. And because of this conversation, I took the leap of faith and I applied for this role, recognizing that my skill set was transferable.
So I think the ability to take risk and make improvement and learn quickly is definitely the most valuable assets I gained from my job.
While I am a technologist at heart, I was really quick to realize that software engineering wasn't for me, since I like to think big picture and actually see the impact my work has on people and customers, which I struggle to experience as a software engineer.
I love the hardware itself. Before coming onto this team, I have always thought that Google hardware and the design of it was just beautiful. So to be part of even that was just amazing. On top of that, I love anything that has to do with the home, because secretly I'm always trying to improve my home.
What excites me about working in my role is I'm going to come to work and I'm going to face a new problem I've not faced before. And it's going to take my experience, my background, and many aspects of my career to solve that. And I like that unknown because it really allows me to stretch myself as well as not be afraid to ask for help. And I feel a sense of achievement when I've solved that problem.
It is an incredible privilege to be working with my team on some of the most innovative and new ways to deliver capacity, manage customer services, Google services within the data center. So that's probably the most exciting thing about our role, is really just being on the forefront of innovation within our industry.
One thing that excited me about joining Google was the fact that I joined to see a greenfield data center go from the ground up. So in my career previously, I had taken on a role to see a new greenfield gas plant come up. And so that intrigued me that Google would give me the opportunity, not having any experience in data centers, to come manage and transfer my skills over to a greenfield data center location.
So there's quite a few things that I find have helped me be successful in my role. But the two most common ones are setting goals for myself and communicating that with my team so I'm successful. And also having self-awareness of when I'm really stuck and I need to ask for help so I can progress further. And both of these have helped me succeed in my projects and overall as a CTR.
I am a relationship builder who thrives on human interaction, and I build meaningful relationships with all my stakeholders and business partners in and out of the company, and that I feel is really essential, the secret sauce to success in any role.
I work with some really phenomenal people, from my peer managers to the leadership and my team as a whole. And because of these amazing people that I get to work with on a daily basis, that is how we're successful.
I suggest you to review on Google's career website and look through all the roles that you might be interested in, instead of just focusing on maybe one or two that you know already. So don't set yourself boundaries, like explore all opportunities out there, and best of luck.
One thing I've learned is that people at Google are willing, are supportive, and they're willing to help you. So another key thing to have, joining Google is not only your technical skills, but your ability to problem solve effectively and also help other teams out and be a good team player.
Try and try again, because I know a lot of people that have applied for jobs at Google, they've tried multiple times and it doesn't always happen at the first time. And it's not because of you necessarily. It could be just the role that the hiring manager is looking for is not the right role for you, but those connections can happen.
Understanding that the skills that you possess will likely have a home at Google if you take the opportunity to go to the career site, take a look at the skills, and do not feel intimidated by the name Google.
My advice, based on how I came to Google, is to maintain and grow your network, and particularly across industries, and understand what those in your network actually do, because that you never know when you have a connection that can expose you to an entirely different career path, and help you learn that your skills may go further than you ever imagined.